So, their solution is filled with 3 problems. Okay? Now, notice the text. So after Abram had lived 10 years in the land of Canaan, Sarai, Abram's wife, this is problem 2, took Hagar the Egyptian, her servant, and gave her to Abram, her husband, as wife. Verse 4, and he went into Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, she looked with contempt upon her mistress. Now the she's and the pronouns might be a little bit difficult for us to understand, so let me just help you out. Hagar conceives, and when Hagar realizes that she has conceived, she looks with contempt upon her mistress, Sarai. In other words, this baby inside of her has given her a sense of swag around her master. Yeah. There's a player in the NBA, his name is Anthony Davis. And he's about almost 7 foot, 6'11". And they said his, I guess, final year of high school, like from junior to senior year, he grew like 10 inches. Wow. Yeah, that's, I'm like, Lord. Like, I prayed for it. He was not praying. I asked you explicitly for that. Didn't do it. It's cool though. God knows, God knows, God knows. But I was thinking about what would it be like if overnight your stature shoots up. That those who you used to look up to, you can now look down upon.
Come on. Yeah.
Through giving Hagar a child, he has essentially given her a growth spurt.
Yeah.
So that her mistress that she used to have to look up to, she can now look down upon.
Wow.
And the question on the table is, how will you handle it when God gives you a growth spurt?
Wow. Yeah.
That growth spurt comes in a lot of ways, by the way. Promotions, new status in society, maybe you came upon some more change. And how will you handle it when God gives you a metaphorical growth spurt? When you can now look down upon the people you used to have to look up to.
Wow.
Hagar couldn't handle it because that's what humans do. So she began to look upon her mistress with contempt, and it created problems in the household. So, what is the solution? This is where it gets crazy. And Sarai said to Abram, may the wrong done to me... Hold on, sister.
Right.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
Right. Come on.
I remember you putting her into your husband's hands.
Oh, wow.
I remember you treating her as an object.
Yeah.
I remember you saying her body is nothing better than to be used for you to have a child surrogately through her.
Yeah. Come on.
But all of a sudden, it's wrong done to you. May the wrong done to me be on you. I gave my servant to your embrace, and when she saw that she had conceived, she looked upon me with contempt. Notice all the looking and seeing language, by the way. May the Lord judge between you and me. Can I just say,
Wow.
it's crazy how we humans forget our own wrongdoing.
Right.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Like how quickly we forget what we just did.
Wow.
Because as soon as we experience anything, we immediately assume victimhood.
Yeah.
Not caring about the victims that lay in the street from our own actions.
Yeah. Come on, Doc.
This show is so painful to even watch this because this ain't a man and a woman. This is 2 ladies, by the way.
Yeah.
Knew it was going to get quiet there.
Come on, speak it.
We can often only talk about how men treat women horrifically, and y'all know I went there before, and I won't stop going there until we, as the people of new creation, create a new kind of culture. But hear me, and Please hear me. This problem ain't gender biased.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a lady doing another lady wrong in the same way that she had been done wrong. And now, when wrong comes out of her wrong decision, she wants to talk about how she's been wronged again.
Come on. Come on. Ooh, we did it.
Does Sarai not do what Adam did in the garden and blame shift?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo.
May the wrong be done to me be on you. Is it not blame shifting? Blame shifting has no gender bias.
Yeah, yeah.
We as humans just know how to do the wrong thing and forget we did it.
Right.
I say this over and over again. Kids come into this world screaming mine. That's my book. That's my toy. That's my candy. My cookie. My shoes. Ain't paid for a damn thing in the whole house. But it's all mine. And we come screaming mine over everything in the world except for our own faults.
Wow. Jesus. Jesus.
You see with little kids, yo, my toy, my toy, my toy, my toy. Who did it? Her. The only time they know how to share is to share blame. Is this not still us? So she wants to heave her judgment upon her husband. And by the way, this is the closest anybody gets to straight up cursing Abram.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Come on, Doc.
Bible readers,
Come on.
do you remember what was said about anybody who curses Abram?
Yeah.
That those who bless you will be blessed. Those who curse you,
Wow.
no, honestly, those who disrespect you shall be cursed.
Wow. Come on.
But who would have thought the cursing would come in his own household? It is nothing but the grace of God that he wraps her in his mercy,
Yeah.
even as she's acting in this way.
Yeah.
But unless you think Abram's off the hook. But Abram said to Sarah, behold, look, your servant is in your power, not God's. Do to her as you please. In other words, Abram says to her, do whatever you want to her. Whatever your heart's desire is, go for it. Whatever you think, go for it. Get creative with it. Do it. And then the text says, then she dealt with her harshly, which means, corresponding to the last verse, what was her desire to deal with her harshly?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This wasn't a mistake, guys. Be like, I stumbled into sin. No, no, no. Your heart wanted sin. I stumbled into mistreating her. No! You wanted to mistreat her.
Yeah, yeah.
And the language in this text is so weighty because it's the very explicitly same language that will one day describe the harshness of the Egyptians to the Israelites.
Yep. Yeah.
I want you to think about why that's so powerful. Because here it is. This is Genesis, part of Torah, part of Pentateuch. First 5 books of Moses are called the first 5 books of Moses for a reason. Most likely, this would have been read to the Israelites in Egypt in preparation for them going to the Promised Land.
Right.
Wow.
So they would be hearing, okay, Israelite, all right, that's our people. Yeah, Sarai, Abram, let's go. And then they begin to see that Sarai enslaves Hagar. The Israelite is enslaving the Egyptian. Hold on, this ain't configuring for us. And then the language of the text says, and I think this was on purpose, that she treated her harshly. The Israelite treated the Egyptian harshly. In other words, the Israelite treated the Egyptian like the Egyptians would one day treat the Israelites.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Do you know what this does in a camp like that? It levels the playing field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many times Moses has to repeat to the people, God didn't choose you because you're righteous.
Yeah.
Was it because you were good, guys?
Amen,
like, can you imagine a parent just reminding you, it's not because you're good. It's not because you're good. But Moses has to keep telling them because their pride, listen to me, their pride keeps swelling up because they keep experiencing God's promises.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy?
Wow.
That the more you experience the promises of God, the more you can actually swell up with pride. So because they're experiencing God's grace, they begin to believe that God's grace is deserved.
Wow.
So Moses gives them, hey, let me just tell you a little bit about your history. Before the Egyptians ever enslaved us, we actually enslaved them.
Yeah.
And in an American context, this don't really work as well. Why? Because we're so individualistic. We wouldn't say, that's Sarah, ain't me. That's her. That's her problem. But they would have absolutely made the connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our people enslaving the people who would one day enslave us.
Yeah. Wow.
While this is laying even in the playing field, it's also doing something else. It's inherently unified.
Wow.
Because now the people of Israel can empathize with the Egyptians, and the Egyptians can empathize with the people of Israel, so that this mixed multitude in the wilderness can all stop looking at themselves as though they are glorious and just look up at Yahweh who saved them all.
Yeah. Come on.